Hey, Michelle, check this out. I've just explained this to the nurses and showed them the picture. You know, in the picture of, in the videos in the garden of me doing the flowers and stuff like this, there's one picture of a leaf, right? And you know what I found today? And I was fucking blown away when I saw it. I was like, that's something that I've never, ever even considered would be possible, right? What it was so the bees are going around all these sort of, I don't know what kind of plants they are, but let's just say if they were bluebells, but I don't know if they're blue. They're not bluebells because they don't look like bells, but they're blue, like sort of kind of, what do they call it? Aquamarine or something like this, right? Doesn't matter because when I get it on my computer, I can change the color to whatever it needs to be. But it's like this sort of bluey greeny color, right? Bluey purpley color, right? Maybe they're purple flowers. Because I remember now that I was saying the other day that track by Dr. Octagon called Blue Flowers, like that. And I was talking about these blue flowers, right? But I wasn't connecting it to the bees. It was just the flowers, and I was blue flowers, and I thought, I can take photographs of these flowers that are purple and just make them more blue on the computer, right? So I wasn't even thinking about the bees. What I was thinking about was I'm going to get some grapes with my dinner and I'm going to put them out for the birds, right? Because the birds will definitely come. And I've lots of experience feeding the birds at different times in the morning and different foods for different birds and different weights so that the big birds don't steal the little birds' fruit, right? Well, I watched the bees, like bumblebees, right? And there were like wasps as well, but I don't think there were wasps because they were really sort of benign and friendly. They were like little bees, right? With a stingy bit, pointy tail, but they just looked like little bees to me. They're in their nature, they were super chilled out, right? And I was putting my hands near them and everything. I wanted one to get on my hand. And that would for me be like the first time in my life I've ever gone up and held a bee in my hand. You know what I mean? Like, so I was trying to tempt them onto my hand, right? So while I'm watching them put their heads in the flowers, and then they get all that is nectar, is it, on their face, right? From the stamen or whatever. You know when it's yellow inside a flower, and if you knock it, it comes out like dust. Well, what I saw, right, was this leaf, and there were no flowers attached to it because it was a leaf. It was from a foliage, not flowers, but foliage, like I don't know what you call it. Like, what do you call it? I don't know. You know, like a dock leaf or a bush with loads of leaves but no flowers, right? There was all that there, and there was this fuck off leaf, right? And I've got a photograph of it, and I sent it to you. And when you look at it, you'll be like, no way, unless you've seen it before, or this is something everybody knows and I've never even heard of it before, right? Because I've been too busy fucking watching army videos or fucking anti-terror fucking programs or whatever. You know, I'm joking. But this leaf, right, was like a hand. So it's got five fingers, and now I'm holding my hand up in front of me, and it looks like a leaf, right? Because it's got five fingers, and it's got a bit in the middle, like a cup. Where you're in your palm, like it's like a cup, right? Let's just say. And this leaf was like that, like the edges were up, and the middle of it was down. So it was like a little cup, right? The fucking bees, I don't know whether it was one of them or multiple bees, right? And I'm not saying that they came in here on BMXs and pulled out machine guns or anything like that. It's not that kind of joke or funny, right? It just blew my mind. They collected the nectar, the yellow stuff from the inside of a flower that is like dust, right? And they fucking put it on top of the leaf. And it was just resting in the middle of this leaf. Like the wind wasn't blowing it away because there were all trees around it protecting it. It wasn't on the floor, so it wasn't going to get eaten by anything on the floor. It wasn't it wasn't, going to get wet. It wasn't brightly colored, so it wasn't going to attract other bees that might come along and just, they might steal the nectar or something like that. It was just like this leaf was a hand holding up loads of that yellow dust. And I took a photograph of it, and I wanted to sort of draw attention to it and say, these bees appear to me to be sharing this fucking nectar. Like, they work their ass off, and anything that they don't have left or that they don't want to take with them, they fucking must be stamping on this leaf or something to get it off their faces or whatever. But I looked at it and I was like, fuck, that's like the insects have fucking decided, hey, if you need anything, I've left some here for you. I can only carry this. Like, and it fucking hell, man. Like, it was so beautiful. And I just stood watching them and like, fuck. Oh, it was amazing. And I just wanted to share that with you because it reminded me of like you and me and our little group of friends where we're all sharing and everybody's got their own thing going on, but somebody's like, hey, like if you need help with this, I can do that, or blah, 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 like going around in circles amongst circles and circles and circles of sharing without it being like, I bought you a bag of food, or I fixed your car, or something like that. It's more like, and I've got one here right in front of me, a sandwich, right? And I just gave half of it to somebody who gave me a McDonald's milkshake yesterday. And it's just like sort of, he was like, oh, thanks, that's really nice of you, man. I was like, yeah, but you're the person that gave me the milkshake in the first place. Like, that's why I went and thought I'll save you a bit, like, because you might want it and you've been asleep and la la la. But I watched it, like, I watched these bees, man, like just putting their heads in the flower and wriggling around and coming out and putting the head in another flower and wriggling around. And then I thought they'd go back to their hive, wherever the fuck that is, right? But instead of just doing that, they're like, well, we'll leave it on this fucking leaf here. And then if anybody can't find any, they know where to look. It just fucking blew me away, man. And I thought you'd enjoy that story. And I might send it to my mom and some other people because I think sometimes like these little things are so beautiful that like they take the everyday life and just rub the creases out of it. You know what I mean? And I wanted to tell you so that when you saw the picture, you knew what you were actually looking at in case you just thought it was a leaf and scrolled past. Um, but there you go anyway. I thought you might like that. And I love you and rest easy, sweetheart. And I'm just going to sit on my bed and listen to some music. I was going to watch a film, but they've not changed it yet, and somebody's watching something else, so they can watch that. I think they're watching Spider-Man cartoon or something, with a black cartoon Spider-Man. And I've got a sandwich just here, just a mouthful, because I can only eat a little bit at a time. What's that? Holy shit, man! What's that at the back of my locker? I thought it was a beetle. It's like, what is it? Oh, somebody fucking picked their nose and put it right at the back of the fucking locker, and I just scratched it with my nail and went, uh-oh, somebody's fucking picked their nose and put it in my locker at some point. But I've got a little bit of a sandwich, like I said, because I can only eat a little bit at once. I've got my headphones. I've got enough charge on my phone for maybe half an hour of music. I put my best jeans on and my new trainers, my New Balance trainers that I got for 30 quid are fucking really nice, man. Like, I've always wanted a pair of trainers that sort of bulked my feet up, made them look wider than they are and kind of, like, it's hard to explain if you don't have like perfectly shaped feet for trainers, the best ones, or you've never had the best trainers when you were little. So these New Balance ones are cool as fuck, and they're blue and white, so they really go with anything. So I put my jeans on, and it's 9 minutes, 21, 22, 23. So let's just go for 10 minutes. So what can we talk about for 30 seconds? 30 seconds. Speak on something for 30 seconds, Dave. Oh, yeah. The eclipse, man. Fucking hell. I didn't see the actual eclipse, but the sky looked like it had been painted by fucking Rembrandt or something because of the clouds, man. And I'm just looking now. How many seconds? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I love you. Bye.